Woo! What's going on, guys? Owens Forum coming at you guys today with another video. In today's video, doing another draft player analysis. This is my number 11th for the Detroit Lions, and this is for my subscribers. And this is cornerback Deonte Banks, the kid out of Maryland, the Maryland Terrapin. So this is a breakdown of that prospect. Now, I'll kind of help out guys with my with these analysis with the subscribers, kind of giving me ideas on who to look at. And this is for you, Ben Diesel. Trying to go in order for you guys. Just put it on my community tab on my page on my YouTube channel, and I'll get to it as fast as I can. I'm trying to go in order. So if you guys are hearing double names, and because I actually did one for A.T. Perry. Ben Diesel was a guy that asked, and I'm trying to help him out too. But I'm doing it in order, so I'm just trying to get the order down. But this is the 6'1", 200-pound cornerback out of Maryland. Came in at about 197 pounds at the combine. Fast kid. His stats: 4 years in the Big Ten, 83 tackles, 60 solo, 0.5 tackles for loss. Couple sacks, 11 pass deflects. He had like 9 in 2022. Played a little bit better in 2022. He's been banged up. And only 2 interceptions to his name. No forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries. Not really a playmaker, but we'll talk about that in a bit. 22 years old. It was kind of hard to find his age at first. Didn't really have an age for some of the profiles that were on him. It was like mystery unknown. Nobody could really figure out how old this kid is, but I finally found out he's 22 years old, and I think he just turned 22, if I'm not mistaken, in March. So don't really know 100% factual that if his birthday's in March, but he's a 22-year-old kid. So yeah, man, he played for Maryland. He's a big kid. Let's go to his strengths and positives. Right away off the bat, fast, like I said, he did like a 4.35 at the 40 at the combine. Came in looking good. Has that prototypical size and length that you like as a corner. He's well built. Has played in a variety of different coverages. He's done off-man, press, some zone versatility, something that Brad Holmes absolutely loves. Good eyes, keeps his eyes and head on a swivel at all times. Looks into the backfield a lot, just looking for the ball. He's not one of those guys that just locks up on one thing and one thing only. He's a physical kid, excellent timing on balls at the catch point. He times when the ball's coming, swats it away. He had a really nice 2022, like I said, and he played as well as he could for 2022. Now he's a little bit of a technician when it comes to coverage. Stays on the hip, has good recovery. If he has a misstep, he's got that good speed. He's got decent feet. He needs to work a little bit on it, but we'll talk about that too. Now, plays the run very well. He's aggressive. You like that in a corner, not afraid to put his nose in the dirt and just go after people. I personally think he's more of a press cornerback because he's physical. He could be physical. I don't really like him in the zone. Even though some will say that he's probably going to be a better zone cover corner. I think he's better at press because he's bigger at 6'1", 200 pounds. But, it all depends on what team grabs him, snatches him up, and we'll see from there. And he's fluid. He's very fluid, and he can run with wide receivers, Now the weaknesses and the negatives, not that shifty. He needs help more than not, man. He's trying to go, when he's trying to keep up with guys at times, you'll see him, he does have that, he is kind of fluid at times, but you'll notice that in some games, he'll need a little bit more extra help in coverage. Now, he's not that really shifty. He has trouble kind of with guys that are coming across on crossing routes. And he needs to work, I think, a little bit more on his footwork, even though I do like his footwork. Needs to work on his tackling issues. He does have some tackling issues. Like I said earlier, plays the run well. Plays the run really well. He's very aggressive. but there's times where he lacks a little bit of effort. He needs to work on his technique, and he gives up a lot of yak. He gives up a lot of yak in coverage and in the run game sometimes. So, but you love his aggressiveness. That can be taught, and that's something not too worried about it. Now he'll struggle against quicker, more shiftier underneath guys. That kind of comes back to him needing some help with the shiftiness. So if you see little small, quicker guys coming from crossing patterns, he tends to struggle a little bit against those type of guys, those type of route runners. He just seems a bit stiff. Now he can get grabby at times. Yeah, he has been injured as well. He blew out his shoulder, ACL. He's been hurt a little bit during his collegiate days, but he is a good football player. But he has been on the shelf a few times. He's only played like one full season for Maryland, so it's a little bit concerning a bit. Not a ball hawk by any stretch. I don't see this guy coming out and being this guy that's going to intercept 7, 8, 9 balls a year. Now, could it happen? I don't have a crystal ball, but I don't see him as a playmaker. Like, I like his physicality, but he's not a ball hawk. Doesn't really finish. You see him get hands on balls, and then, he doesn't get the picks. So, it's good that he's knocking balls down. Don't get me wrong. You're getting those PBUs, those PDs, those pass deflects. So, I'm not too concerned about that, but he doesn't really finish. That's what I notice about him. The footwork can be choppy. Talked about that a little bit too. He plays catch up more than you like to see. And he got that hip tightness that we talked about as well. Now, overall, the bottom line on this kid, he's physical, he's big, above average athlete, lacks the ball skills that you want in a true CB1, I think. He has some experience in different coverages, though. Like I said, playing the off man, playing the press, playing some zone. He's got that experience doing that. So he's been around the block, and that's a good thing to have as a cornerback. Now, I can maybe see this kid probably in a, I personally like him as a press corner. That's personally what I like to see him, just because of his physicality. But if you're going to put him maybe anywhere else in a cover 3 zone, maybe, who plays well in run support. I don't know, really. I don't really see him as a cornerback 1. Not saying that he couldn't. Not saying that he couldn't become that CB1. Right now, I see him as a definite cornerback 2. Probably starting. He's probably going to be a guy that's going to have the chance to start. Now, if he starts if he's only playing in that zone or anything like that, he could be a guy coming off the bench. He could be a rotational cornerback. Now, I just think the potential's there. But I just don't see him as CB1 off the jump. And I'm not even saying he's a developing guy. Like, he needs more developing. He's got the skill set down. I just don't see him as a ball hawk. I don't see him as a playmaker. I see him as a big corner that's going to play the run really well. And I think he needs to work a little bit on his coverage skills, on his feet, just his technique. But overall, I think he's a good football player. I'm giving him about a round 2 grade. Could he be a guy that sneaks into the first round? Maybe. I guess it all depends on the team that's looking for, unless they're really cornerback hungry. But I see him in the second round. I don't think he slips out of the second round. He's a borderline first round pick, but definitely going in the second. Never know. Detroit Lions could grab this guy in the second round. It could be there. So, but that's it, guys. Good player, good ball player all around. DeOnte Banks, bigger kid, 6'1" at 200 plus. Came in a little bit lighter at the combine, like I said. Played in the Big Ten, got the experience. Apparently, he played well too against. I did not see this when I was watching. It was the one game I didn't watch when I guess he played pretty well against Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State is a pretty damn good wide receiver. I didn't have that. I didn't have that game on my recordings. Don't know why, but that was one game I did not have, and So maybe I'll try to find that. But anyways, he's a good player. I do like him. Borderline first, but definitely second round guy who will help out your team, play the run well. Needs to work a little bit on his coverage, though. That's it, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming in and watching my video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Get all my videos. Don't forget to like, comment, share this out. What do you guys think about Deonte Banks? Good corner. Good corner out of Maryland. Thanks, guys. One pride, go Lions. Boom. Let's go.